So left corner, four-color blink, Yorion deck for Kevin. And on the right corner, we got Mel running Living End. It's gonna be a tough matchup for him. Again, I believe Grief is the key to winning this. Early Grief into an early combo because he really needs to slow down Kevin from slowing him down. Gonna be the fetch. Carla, would you like to assist me in keeping
Yeah.
track of their life total? Because
What?
they don't have any
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
digital life total.
They don't have.
One standing
Can you
outside
give
now
me?
sounds like the doorbell.
I can't type in the. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. Got you, got you. Let me do that for you. For you. Give me a second.
Yeah, it's gonna go down to 19. Oh, he's gonna pull off the. All right, so it looks like Kevin is gonna do us a favor here. Thank you so much. Try to pull up a life counter. This
Right,
should
just
help.
give me one quick
Yes, we got
moment.
Sir Bobby in the chat. Welcome. And everyone, I guess everyone, can we have some Mel fans over here? That's the third comment we have for Kevin. Come on, man.
Give Sir Mel some love. Come on.
Give him some love.
Okay.
This is rough.
Fetch into. Okay. So Kevin.
But at least we can see that
19.
most of the chat is rooting for Kevin, which I'm not blaming them because he has the highest chance of winning this. Right, we got the snow-covered forest. Gonna pass the turn. If he's passing, that means that this is definitely gonna be a Ice Fang play for Kevin. So Mel should be fetching here. Wow, taps. I was expecting him to get that untapped and cycle for a card. You really need to be aggressive in your cycles here because
Oh, you didn't cycle turn. Oh, interesting.
yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very interesting.
So
Maybe no
not
turn
looking good
one.
here for Mel, unless then he has a lot of interaction in his hand. Probably subtlety. No, wait, subtlety is in the sideboard. Let me just check the deck lists. Nope. So it's either Force of Negation, yeah, or
Oh,
Grief.
there we are.
Wow, pitching Street Wraith. There it is, double Ice Fang. Teferi, 2 lands, I believe. No, I think that's a spell. That's a reflecting pool and an Omnath.
I low key really hate that snake person. That snake is such a annoying thing.
It's pretty good.
So annoying.
But right now, most of the decks that, or most of the players running it online or even in tournaments, don't even like use Ice Fang's full potential because it's so hard to play like all of the basics. You gotta cast
Snow
all your
covered.
spells. So
Yeah.
he's just there just for the draw effect.
Uh-huh.
What did he take?
Takes out the
The
fairy.
fairy. Okay.
Alright.
He doesn't want to deal with that because when Teferi resolves, then it's pretty much almost game over for Mel because that shuts down the Living End. When it's on the stack, it doesn't resolve because you can only cast during sorcery.
That snake is a 1/1, right?
Yep,
Alright.
he's gonna go down to 17.
Yep.
Yeah, don't worry about the lag, guys. That's just me switching tabs.
Yeah.
So, anywho, it's gonna fetch a land.
There's
Get a
if you
basic
could highlight the live
island.
comment so our viewers can comment as well.
So right now, Kevin is in a very good position. He has a second Ice Fang, which can definitely cycle him.
What's that?
Another card. So he doesn't have to
What's
worry
that?
about the fairy being binned.
There's also a third land of Kevin. There's
Reflecting pool.
whoa. Okay,
It's the
interesting.
OG reflecting pool.
Pool of the reflecting. Okay.
So it's gonna be a waker. Yep. Cycle the waker. Look at the top two. Hopefully, you can bin one creature. Yep. There's Shardless Agent. You can bring it back. That means he already has one in his hand. So I don't think he needs to worry about. I guess a counter spell. It's just one off, but he really needs to put in the pressure. He
Yeah.
cannot play around anything else.
There should be three creatures in his yard right now, right? I know. Wait, there are three.
Yeah,
Yeah,
three.
Mel has three creatures in the
So
yard.
he needs
There's
to
a
do it now, or just do it on his on Kevin's turn.
yeah. If he has
So I
the
think he's
outburst,
passing. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that means there's a violent outburst right here. Si Mel lang sa kalam. Sabihin, is the end of Kevin. Finally, we got a cheerleader here for Sir Mel.
I like that thing.
Definitely
There's
rooting for him. Gonna cycle the Ice Fang. Gonna reveal those cards. This is a card that he drew. No, he already draw. Oh, he's gonna respond. Okay. So he's
Okay,
responding
okay.
on his upkeep, I believe, which cost the stop. So here we go. Gonna fetch in response to the upkeep.
Shock. We have a shock with Sirs.
It's very exciting. Yep, goes down to 14. Guys, don't forget to like and share the stream. Leave a comment down below. What do you guys think about this match?
Yeah, boy.
This is grand finals between Kevin Villanueva running 4-color Blink up against Mel Bonoan running Living End. And there's the violent outburst.
There's the violent outburst. Let's go.
Should bring out Living End.
There we go.
Didn't have to go through his deck.
Very precarious here, just because Kevin has three mana open and it resolves. It looks like it resolves.
Yeah, and I think he missed a land drop right there. That because since he played first, he should have the fourth land drop to cast Omnath, but he didn't. Oh, so that's a lightning bolt. Damn, that is a sick art. I just figured out what the
Lightning bolt.
other card was. Hello, Tito Tanix. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah,
You
give
can
me a
see
second
you.
to reply
I
to
says
him.
hi, Carlo.
Goodness gracious.
But with an O.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Alright. I think he's gonna cast Bolt. There's a Solitude pitching Prismatic Ending. It's gonna take out one of his biggest creatures.
Very rare for the Urion deck to draw. It's very rare.
Casted
With-
Blade.
With so much mana in its pool, very rare that they
Oh, okay, there you go. So I was worried if he didn't cast it before Living End resolves. So he casted Solitude in response to Living
nice.
End. So Solitude takes out. He's gonna take out one of the big creatures coming in while he gets to keep the Solitude. Okay, there's a judge call. Hold on, Carlo.
Just okay. Let me go in. Tell them there's I'm going into Discord.
Yep. He's on his way, Kevin. The judge is on his way.
Internet here is not timing yung internet.
Alright, let me get some info na lang dito. Alright, what is the judge call, guys?
Sorry, I just want to confirm. I let Living Dead resolve.
Hello.
If my understanding is correct, I am the active player.
Okay, hello, there's
Uh,
yes.
my abilities will go on the stop first, then men's will follow. Then the stop will resolve from there. Is that correct?
Yes, if there are multiple triggered abilities happening on the result of one instance or one spell, the active players' abilities go on the stack first and will resolve accordingly. Then the non-active players' triggers will then resolve.
So mine will come in first. Then men's will come on the stop. Then it will
Yes,
resolve on
yes.
the other. Or
Um, so, what creatures did go into the field? The Solitude and the Ice Fan, or just the Solitude?
to have the next step, then on men's side he has a quick. So here I want to understand if
Okay. So,
mine will resolve first or his will resolve first.
yours will resolve first, but the triggered ability still happens. So even if you take out the grief, the ability is still on the stack, will still
So yeah,
happen. So
so in
your
that case,
yes,
so I draw first, then he gets to reveal, he gets to show check my hand. Or do
no,
I
you do you yours happen first, Kevin. So essentially, the triggers that will happen on your side is ice, Quattle, and solitude. So those happen first. Those happen first. So you still have the option on which happens first between those two, but definitely yours happen first. So you will draw first, then Mel will brief.
okay, that's what I wanted to clarify. Thank you so much.
All right.
All right. So we got a clarification there on the stacking.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So the judge's question there, ladies and gentlemen, was in this situation, whose triggers happens first? Uh, when things happen at the same time, we always follow active player and non-active player order. So Kevin's question was if he gets to draw first, then grief, or grief happens first, then draw. What happens is he draws first, then grief. He resolves his triggers first, and then the grief happens.
yep, yep, yep. So that's very crucial because then Mel will be able to get a look at his hand
Correct. Mel can see one
after all
card
the triggers
before.
resolved.
Yep, yep, yep.
So he's gonna be able to take a card off of him, probably the Omnath,
Yep, 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 yep.
because I assume he could be able to pull off a land from the top. So he doesn't want him to cast Omnath for sure. So yeah, the Solitude resolves, gonna exile the Waker of Waves.
Eternal Witness.
It's gonna reveal Eternal Witness
So,
and Spreading Seas. Those are pretty good draws as well.
Yeah, yeah. Really
Like
good draws. Goodness gracious.
it's very rough for if you're in Mel's position right now because like all of these cards in Kevin's hands are basically
Yeah,
recursions or cantrips. Like
yeah. That
Omlat
is true.
replaces itself when you play him, you draw a card. Spreading Seas, you just play it, you draw a card. You can even negate one of your opponent's colors, probably green or blue. So, and then Eternal Witness just brings back a card from whatever your opponent took. So
But the
this is
thing here, is like it's very. I just noticed this now. Kevin is missing land drops. Goodness
it's
gracious.
fine. It's fine. He can cast the two other spells. So
Yeah, yeah.
they so Mel might be banking on either Kevin not drawing a land here, or he has to take out the witness because the witness can bring back Teferi. That's like very crucial. Because if he can bring back Teferi, then the game's gonna be over. So this is very rough for Mel right here.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, it's
Um,
gonna bring him back to
I,
22.
I, what would you take out here, Jers? I think for me, I think I would really love to take out that Eternal Witness because that's a guaranteed land. But at
Yeah,
the
that could
same
also get him
time,
the land if he wants to. So
Yeah.
The witness gives him a lot of options for his turn.
I know it doesn't matter. He's tapped out.
Yeah, it's fine. But like I said, if it comes back to his turn, they can just play the witness
Yeah,
and
yeah.
bring back one of the cards that he wants. He can bring a land, uh, bring back the fairy, and he can cast it next turn.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Because if he can pull off a fetch land here, or two fetch lands, he can play Omnath, and the next turn just play Eternal Witness into Teferi.
Yeah.
So very disgusting plays incoming. Gonna take out the
That's
spreading
that is
seas. Oh.
spreading seas.
All
Interesting.
right, so he's definitely banking on Kevin, just not drawing those lands. And mind you, he has to worry about the blockers, the two Ice Fangs and the Solitude. It's gonna be rough. Yep,
He
gonna
just
draw a
passes the
card and pass the
turn.
turn. So the
He doesn't get a land, Gerson.
no
Oh
land for
goodness.
Kevin right there. So which is kind of good, but Mel really needs to put in pressure right now,
Yeah.
and the Shardless Agent and the Grief isn't gonna cut it at this moment.
It's funny how Mel did a living end and weirdly Kevin has more permanence.
Yeah, it's so hard to play around uh, the cards that Kevin has because they just basically replace themselves, or they just give you a ton of value. Like
Yeah.
Solitude, you could just pitch a card and throw Solitude into the graveyard, and then when Living End resolves, you see what happens. Like you can just bring it back. You have a 3/2 body that basically removes one of your opponent's creatures. So as you can see, the Waker waves and the Street Wraith already went downhill. From that,
So
gonna fetch a
life
Black
check.
Source.
Life check. I'm confused now with the life check.
Yeah, he fetched and
I'm
shocked.
pretty confused.
Hard casting Curator, hoping he doesn't get a Teferi. Oh my god.
Oh
Ah!
goodness gracious! Really?
Oof! Can I get a oof in a chat? Ah! Yep, I wouldn't want to be in Mel's position right now. Yeah, not even a force of negation uh, from
I'm
Mel.
confused with the life right now.
Interesting. He bounces the Grief. I'm not sure about that though.
I'm gonna stop them in a while, just because I'm confused with the life totals. Guys, hi. Good evening again. Can I stop you guys? One quick second. Life totals. A while ago was 22, then fetch shot to 19, right? Yes. Then Kevin, that's your life at 14, correct? All right. Sige. Thank you. Continue. All right. I got it.
Watsy, please ban lands that produce blue. Because Sir Bobby here isn't a fan of blue, color blue. Bye guys, thank you so much for coming. Boys are coming home. Yeah, blue is an end game for modern right now. A lot of a lot of the tier decks are basically running blue. So, all right, so he's going in for the beats.
Formel is
I think he
attacking.
wants to kill
Wow.
the fairy. This is rough
What
because he can
happened to
just
the
jump block.
grief
It got bounced by the fairy.
that bounced?
Yeah, it's gonna block
He
them.
bounced the grief. I thought he was gonna bounce the sphinx. Okay.
And they're gonna trade, and that's gonna put him back to 17. Kevin is in a great position right now. Yes, he's doing a little review there. The curator should stay.
Yeah. I'm so glad you don't have the the cameras onto us. I look like crap. Not the best angle.
I don't know, just crank up the brightness. Okay, so cycling the Waker of Waves pitches. What did he pitch? Is that another shardless agent? No, that was the agent that died. Uh, I think he pitched the land there. Okay, I'm pretty confused now. But anyway, he's gonna pass the turn. I believe. Oh no.
We're at Kevin's turn now.
Yeah. And he finally found the fourth land.
Yeah,
And
boy.
Mel is gonna be in a lot of trouble right now because he can cast Omnath. Uh, he's just, I, I think he's just thinking about
Oh,
protecting
pass the turn.
Teferi at this point because that's basically gonna stop him from playing the combo. He cannot cast Living End at this point. Because once again, Teferi has a static ability that says your opponent can only cast spells as if they were sorcery. So if Living End is on the stack, it's gonna fizzle because it breaks the rule. And the rule is the law.
Law. I am the law.
So he's gonna chump block the Curator, protecting Teferi for another turn.
Essentially, Mel cannot win at all as long as that the fairy is on the board.
Yeah, so now he's revealing the creatures in the graveyard.
Yeah. It looks like if Mel does get a Living End off, it's gonna be a liability to him because Kevin has more stuff in the graveyard now, I'm guessing.
Yeah, this is looking very bad here for Mel. And it's just so hard to play around these creatures.
That is true.
The fact that they're already in the field, I mean on the graveyard, means that Mel cannot have a very good Living End to resolve,
Oh,
even
we
if
have
he deals
a
with Teferi. So there's the
that's
grief on the stack.
painful.
Double
Dovin's
Dovin's
veto.
veto.
Jeez.
So those were the cards that he drew. That's a yikes.
That was
Which
a
means-
grief going into the graveyard.
Yeah. But still, he's still like if he casts like a different spell, there's always that veto. Gonna go up to 3. Expressive iteration from the top. What is this deck? It's so broken.
Good. I forgot that was in the deck. Oh goodness. If you're ahead, it brings you way more ahead. If you're behind,
All he needs
you catch
is to
up.
pull off a Solitude at this point. Gonna get a Misty Rainforest from one of the 3 cards. Gonna pass the turn, I believe. Nope, it's gonna fetch. Oh, he can get Solitude from the graveyard. Oh!
I know, right?
He can't kill the fairy.
I know, right?
Oh,
It's like no matter.
he just
no
has to
matter-
cast them. Oh my god, Carl. Why
Those
does this
vetoes-
card exist?
Those vetoes can take out a con as well. Oh, okay. So we have a -3 here. So
Yep,
Kevin
shot
is
down
at
to
11, Mel is at 19.
Damn, Kevin is like this deck just gives him a lot of options. No, Carl, he's back to 14. I believe.
Oh, he fetched, right?
Yeah, pero didn't he gain life early?
No. He's I believe that's a fetch shock. I
Okay,
believe
okay.
that's a what's that? That's the what do you call
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
That's the eternal witness. To everyone who is not sure that is eternal witness, the inked secret layer version.
Yep, Ethereal Witness bringing back Solitude,
Yep.
and he's gonna pitch the Omnath. Wow, look at that.
Oh, he got
Bring-
rid of it. Awesome.
Yep. 23. That means the other card's gonna be good. And Dolvin's veto, I believe, is
I'll
just an
spot them again
insurance.
because I think Kevin forgot to bananas his one.
Hold on. Replay. You're gonna see it unholy heats. So this is really rough.
Hi guys, again it's me again. Sorry, Kev, did you fetch shock?
Yeah, I'm at 14 now. Nasa 23 because I fetched up.
I believe you were at 14, then you fetch shock to 11.
I was at 17 because
You
I blocked.
you blocked. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I knew it, Carlo. I knew it.
Thank you. I was getting confused. Thank you.
I knew I gained life from the trade
I was
earlier. There you go. So
Yeah,
you can
I
reveal
was wrong. Sorry, I was wrong. He gained life because of the trade. Goodness gracious.
unholy heats and Dovin's veto. He's gonna take out the veto. But at this point, unholy heat's gonna be online, I believe. It has delirium. He's gonna take care of anything. He's gonna petty
Bouncing
theft
something.
the
Oh.
Teferi. And I think this is the opening here for Living End.
Yep.
Probably thinking of
Because Kevin
going
is tapped out. Mel has perfect information about the cards in hand.
Shardless
So
agents
this
to
is
do
the
it.
time.
Violent outburst is the spell. Reveal a counter spell right there. Man, this is rough. At least this is the opening that Mel needed.
Yeah. That's right. Kevin felt the urge to really get rid of that Sphinx, so he needed to pull the trigger there. But
Yeah,
I'm
but-
guessing this will be weird.
Wait, so since Mel is now the active player,
His stuff resolves first.
okay, the stuff resolves first. So the grief should be able to take care of the fairy
So
and
many
unholy.
quattles, goodness gracious.
Yep, but
What
it's
did he gain
probably not
life?
gonna matter. He's gonna draw 3 cards.
Okay. Gosh darn it.
Like. Oh no! Wait, why is he drawing first? No, he's drawing first, Carlo.
Wait, no. I think the
No, he's supposed to draw last.
No, he already took out what was in hand.
No, he has 5 cards. He still has the fairy and unholy heat. He's still gonna take it. Yeah, okay. Sige lang,
Huh?
remind lang. Just remind them later.
Yeah.
But that would have mattered
That would
if if the cards that Mel picked were different. All right, Kevin's turn. Goes out to 12. Eternal Witness again. Doesn't matter.
matter.
Oh, disgusting. And there's the fairy once more. And he has 3 flying blockers.
Those have death touch. I am
Not-
100% sure those have death touch now.
Not yet, because wait, snow permanence. So
Those are
that
snow
includes.
covered permanents, so they count each other.
Yeah. Okay, so they all have that touch. Ay, caramba.
There's
This is
snow
looking
covered
really
places.
rough for Mel again. And just when we thought he had a huge opening right here with the living end to resolve.
Yeah, that living
Respect
end
the fairy.
was such a liability in Mel's case because it drew Kevin 3 cards.
Yeah, and the one of the weaknesses for the living end deck is that you have to heavily rely on the combo. But if the combo doesn't kill your opponent, then you don't have a lot of options for a plan B. So yeah, things are looking really grim here for Mel.
Yeah.
I believe that was the second. Yeah, the second living end to resolve. So he only has 2 more. I don't know if he can get off of this game 1. What do you think, Carlo?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm here. I'm here.
What What do you think about this
Yeah,
situation, Mel?
this is
Does he have
very.
any outs on this?
Mel is in a very difficult position right now because those Ice Fang bottles, like if those didn't have Death Touch, it could have been a different story. But right now, because they have Death Touch, it's a whole different story. Those are like Hornet Queen tokens and stuff. Yeah. This is very it's looking very grim on the side of Mel because his threats on the board are not enough to answer what's on Kevin's board. Yeah. I believe there's an attack here, and yeah, that horror. Okay, so okay. Kevin here gains life from the solitude.
Up there goes Mel's board right now. Let's see if we can
Yeah,
bring this back. Brazen Borrower, and he has to cast it on his turn because the fairy is on the field. God, I hate
Poety
that
Fairy
card.
is online, and yeah,
That card is just disgusting. Expressive Iteration. He needs a land drop.
Kevin's deck is just such a well-oiled machine. Just he put it in a way where the win con of Mel's deck actually gave Kevin an upside. Goodness. Like how would you feel if your opponent helped you draw three cards and put three death touch flying blockers into play? I'm like, goodness gracious.
And
Blow
reveals a
me.
fury. But I think he can't cast that unless he plays a
Not
land
in a
right here.
mana though.
No land.
Oh, there
Renin
it is.
6. Oh, okay, he's gonna pitch the Renin 6. And that should take care of the Brazen Borrower. Poor little fella. Only had one toughness. And he had the land. Wait, can you pay the alternate cost? I
The
mean
what?
the evoke cost from exile?
The what? The
Evoke. Can you evoke from exile?
no, you can't
It,
evoke. I wait.
you can, right? I think you
I
can.
believe so. Let me check.
Because it's just an alternate cost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, goes down to 12. Fetch and
Shock.
shock. Kevin on a roll right now. I don't know how Mel is gonna come back from this. Kevin has basically withstood two living ends at this point,
Yeah. Mel
and
isn't out yet. He still has time. He has time, but I don't know how much time he has. But he has time.
yeah, and there's a spreading seas to take care the overgrown tomb. That's gonna turn into an island, which denies him from green and black source. And abundant growth
Okay, abundant
attaching
growth.
to the snow-covered forest. Gonna draw him a card. Those cards basically uh, are cycles, so you can just draw away, trying to get to your best cards. We have yet to see Omnath resolve. And we have yet to see Yorion come out as well.
Yeah.
Uh, Imagine companion deck not even using its companion yet. Oh,
This deck
it's
is
looking
not
really bad.
supported.
And a card
Right.
cast curator, Mel is just trying his best to
Mel is
play
trying
this
his
through.
best. Like, good job for him, but dang, it's a very hard mountain to climb at this point.
Hmm. And I have a feeling we're gonna see a repeat on these in game number two, because the sideboard's gonna come on game number three.
Yep, yep. Two games unsideboarded games and three games sideboarded games.
Yep. It's Kevin's turn. He's gonna play a land, breeding pool. It's gonna go up to three. I think I believe he already put the Yorion in his hand by paying three.
The what
But
in his
there,
hand?
Yorion.
Yorion? Oh yeah.
He put your Yorion. So,
Oh yeah, he paid three.
and he's keeping it on his hand. So it looks like he has some interaction on Kevin's side.
Yeah.
Gonna attempt to attack on Teferi. Gonna block.
That
Uh, does it have that touch? I think it has.
it has that. I know. I know.
Ephemerate. Okay, that's the card
Oh,
that was in his hand. It's gonna bounce the Ice Fang and draw a card.
he doesn't
And
have death touch, but that ephemerate will really help out.
yeah.
Ah, this deck is so disgusting.
Yep. He's just gonna
Oh,
draw a card again. I think the best part about Kevin's list is that he's not running 4 copies of Ephemerate, because if you run 4, you're super reliant on those sequence of cards. Like you need to hold up an Ice Fang. But what if your opponent like runs a lot of removals, like an Holy Heat, Prismatic Ending, Lightning Bolt? Then your Ephemerate is looking like a dead card. And usually you'll end up pitching it with Solitude. But right now, this is the way to go. Like 2 copies is perfect, because you draw it in the middle of the game, and then it's gonna do wonders because you're basically stabilized, and your creatures will eventually stick. They're gonna stick. And to think
So
they have
what-
already went through 2 living ends, and
what's
that's a
happening-
yikes.
what's happening here, guys, is Grief hard cast Grief, and then in response to Grief, Kevin flashed in the expressive iteration because of the fairy. So dang.
I think he exiled an abundant growth. And now he's attacking. Wow. So that means he's gonna play the Yorion. Gonna go up to 4 with the fairy. Here he comes. Big Daddy Noodles. Gonna bounce all of his permanents. That's gonna draw
no, wait.
1, 2, 3.
He took. What did he take? He didn't take the Yorion. I thought he took the Yorion.
No, he didn't take the Yorion.
What did he take?
I think he took. I totally forgot what he took.
What did he take?
Uh,
What I saw was a Yorion. I forgot the other card and a
Supreme Verdict. That I remember. Okay, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
He took out Supreme Verdict because that's definitely gonna slow him down. But Yorion is just gonna refill. I think he already exhausted the Eternal Witnesses. So I guess he won't be able to have the
Thank you, Sir Bobby.
combo. Yeah, Verdict.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to what you call this, to discard the Yorion, because if in case of another what you call this, living end, he gets it back. So yeah, that was stupid.
Yep.
That was dumb.
Might as well get it killed with his living end.
Yeah.
Assuming he can get Teferi off the board. He's definitely trying his best. And they're all gonna come back.
Yorion is bigger than the Curator. Oh my goodness.
Yep, by 1 toughness. Not looking good. Kevin, the Lord of the Lord of Decks.
Kevin living the dream, flashing in expressive iteration. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, when you're already flashing in like that, that means you're so way ahead of the game. It's hard for your opponent to come back and
It's
build a
like
board.
true. It's like expressive iteration is strong already as it is as a sorcery. Imagine if it was instant speed. Jeez.
And I think that's like one of the biggest reasons why Living End fell off because a lot of the people are very fond of playing four color money
For color,
pile.
yeah.
It doesn't have to be the blink variant. It uh, just runs all the best cards in the deck. You got the fairy, Brennan six, and Omnath. Those are your three pinnacle cards to stabilize and hold the game off
Mm-hmm.
until you get to your win con, or basically just bore your opponent out,
Yeah,
uh, and just make them scoop.
that's right.
And there it is, the Ren and six coming
Red and
in.
six.
I'm an hot.
Like if we didn't
Make
have
sure
enough stuff already, let's put another Planeswalker in.
this
Why
is what
not?
makes the Yorion deck super viable because it's just so easy to filter out your deck
Yeah,
from the lands.
the fetches are hard at work, cleaning out the deck, all that good stuff.
Because when Ren sticks for like 3 to 4 turns, you basically secured your mana base, and which means you're gonna be able to cast all your spells, uh, and that's very crucial when you're running 4 colors.
Ah,
Another Ice Fang
another
to
snake,
Waddle,
another
and
snake.
I believe the Fairy is already up to 6.
That's the
And
fourth one, right?
or no, is it? Did he go to 1? I think he wants to attack here. Good. Oh no, he's still attacking. Wait, I'm confused.
Yeah, Mel is attacking.
He's gonna block
Oh,
both of with both the Ice Fangs, and yeah, Curator's gonna die. He's gonna trade. He's gonna get blocked by Yorion. This is still the first game, by the way, guys. It's looking really bad. Another Curator of Mysteries. It's gonna cycle
how
the
was
Tryon on
the
end step.
Chris, how was the grief block?
By double Ice Fang.
Yeah, but how did the other ah it was blocked now, okay, okay. I didn't see him what you call this nudge over the Urion.
Yep.
Okay, okay, okay. I think Kevin's stuck.
Yeah, looks like his internet died.
Let me.
Okay,
Oh
okay,
no,
it's back.
he's back. Anyway, good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. If you're joining us right now, we are at game number 1 of our best of 5 finals. Oh, Omnat
Yep,
has
there's the
hit
Holy
the board.
Trinity, and at this point, there's no way Mel is going to win this first match.
Yeah,
Like with these three permanents on the board, and he got a fetch land off of that, so he's gonna float 4 mana. He can cast anything he wants. At this point, probably cast a Time Warp to pressure Mel's life total. I think Mel is just trying to let Kevin play through the deck. Okay, so Teferi was already down to 1. Never mind. He's gonna go down. There he is. He's back again. So now he can play. He can attack and then just bounce Yorion
yeah,
and then
yeah.
just
Then
flicker
everything
everything.
will happen again. Goodness,
Go down to 25
he takes it.
and 24. Sorry, I don't know math.
25, yeah.
Oh, okay. There. Now I really don't know math because that that threw me off. Gonna bounce Yorion. Gonna cast it again. I don't think he's afraid of anything. He's gonna flicker all of his permanents that's gonna give him value. Flicker Teferi.
That spreading seas and the I'm not for sure.
There's the option of not flickering the fairy because that 2 mana uh, can be very crucial. Oh no. Okay. So he's just
He
gonna
did it. He did it.
draw 3 cards because he has 3 permanents that allows him to draw a card when they enter the battlefield. Those are
Yeah.
2 abundant growths and spreading seas. He's gonna discard on his end step.
Embarrassment of riches, your son. An embarrassment of
Good
riches.
lord! Imagine losing to this. Ugh,
Yeah.
so painful.
Architects of will.
Architects
Chooses
gonna target
himself.
himself.
It's sad
I
to
don't
see the
know.
living end player hard casting his creatures.
Yeah.
So
He needs
sad.
a brazen borrower really bad and try to
That's
hold it up.
true. Is it enough though? I'm remembering that there are 4 ice fangs in the graveyard and solitude.
Probably not.
That's 4 cards, 4 free cards from the deck.
Gonna pass the turn. Kevin is just sitting comfortably with
At
all his
8 cards
permanents.
at hand, Gerson. 8 cards at hand.
Yep. And he he just shows the counter spell for insurance. Like,
He
there's no way
probably
you're
has.
getting through this. There you go.
There you go. We're off to the races.
Oh, they already started. Mel going off down to 17. It's gonna cycle. That's a very good turn one. Cycling a card, the River Winder.
First game, Mel didn't have any turn 1 interactions. Turn 1, turn 2. At least now we have a very nice change of pace here. Where Mel already has 2 banana friends in the graveyard. So, off to a good start here.
Gonna play Wooded Foothills and pass the turn. Mel, I believe, gonna cycle a Waker of Waves just by tapping 2 mana. Yep. When I saw that card in N21, I was like, this card's actually really good. What the hell? Alright, it's gonna bin the Force of Negation, not the card you want to see in the graveyard. But looks like it was able to get a really good one. It's either a
Very
land
interesting.
or a Shardless Agent. Oh, no sign. Alright, cycle the
Architects of
Architects. And the Curator. Okay, so he's looking for a land. He was definitely looking for a land right there.
Mm-hmm.
So not looking really good here. Because right now, Kevin can opt to slam a Teferi at this point. Looks like his
You have it again.
But anyways, he can slam Teferi right here. And just hope that Mel doesn't have any answer to that. Like a Force of Negation. Because he already binned one. So Kevin might be opting to aggressively play it. Alright. So he's slowly getting back here. Just trying to check. Baka may nanonood ng YouTube.
Are they lagging?
Si Kevin lang. Kevin's the only one. Okay, but he's back. He wanted to get the Sacred Foundry, but looks like he doesn't want that. Oh no. This brings back. Already rebuilt it.
If you guys
Guys,
are
don't
curious on what those arts are for his shocklands, those are actually from the Secret Layer shocklands. So yeah.
Guys, don't forget to like and share the stream. This is the grand finals between Kevin and Mel. This is game number 2. Kevin is already 1 game up ahead.
Just give me a minute. I'll be back.
Okay, looks like Carla is gonna be abandoning me in life. As always. There it is, the aggressive Teferi. And Mel is gonna respond by fetching a land. Uh, I think this is a very good play from Kevin because right now, the fact that he saw the force of negation and then oh, there it is, the second one. Yikes! I don't think Mel has an answer to this at this point. I think he's gonna cycle one card, so he's definitely gonna shuffle really well if he if he gets lucky, top decking a force of negation. Yep, gonna let Kevin do the cuts, and Kevin is having a little bit of difficulty with his internets. Renzo is also in the Discord checking their games. Shout out to Renzo, one of our great limited players here in Top Deck. Cycle in response. He only has one shot. And getting a force of negation. Oh my god! Oh. So he already had it. Okay. Well played, Mel. Well played. You got me there. But I was sure he had a... What do you call this? He had two. I guess he had 4 copies. Let me check. He has 3. Okay, so that was his only copy left. I mean, he only has 1 copy left in the deck. So now, Violent Outburst, main phase. So this is really good for Mel. It's gonna reveal the land and a bunch of cards. Started down at 14. Gonna bring back the Curator, Waker Waves, the Riverwinder, and the Architect as well. It's gonna reveal those, put them on the top. I think
Okay,
those
I'm
are
back.
2
What happened?
prismatic endings.
Oh, okay.
So,
We have a
yeah, he was able to counter Teferi
Oh, cool.
and a Supreme Verdict
Ah,
right off
verdict.
the bat.
Verdict. Damn.
That was pretty good. Okay. And they all go back there. Really, really good for Kevin. So huge play there. Even though his Teferi got countered.
Anyway, we have Kevin at 17 life and Mel at 14.
Yep.
Correct?
So he's gonna cycle the. Oh no, he's gonna play Teferi. Not Teferi. And he's gonna play the Architect Hardcast. Just trying to try to fix his top 3. Pass the turn, I believe. Right, Kevin's turn, draws a card. I see a Time Warp in his hand. So this could be a good turn to play that card. Just to get a land drop. Yep. Goes down to 15. Plays Time Warp. Targeting himself. Because he need illegal targets. Yeah. There's no way Mel would have the 3rd Force of Negation yet. probably in a couple
Time
of
warp,
turns.
please.
Yep, gets the next land drop again for the other turn.
Is it combo time? Ah, it's not enough yet. But is it enough? I believe it's enough. If he has it both. So he
No,
just
no, no.
yeah, he just needs two green and two green and a white. If he wants to go, what was that? If he wants to go combo.
Actually, he needs more mana
All right, all right.
because time warp
Oh
is
yeah,
5.
kulang dahil kulang. Sorry. He needs 8.
Layo pa,
No,
Carl. Do you want Mel to lose?
no. No, I was just shocked that he shot that time mark already. So I was like expecting it. This is it. So yeah.
No, he's just playing time warp for the land drop. That's pretty much it.
All right. So it's a more expensive. What is that green blue spell?
No, it's
From Ravnica Allegiance. There's green blue draw put a land.
growth spiral.
No spiral. Yeah.
I'd rather say it's a very expensive time walk. That's
All
pretty
right.
much it.
I'll give you that. I'll give you
A
that.
legal time walk in modern.
5 to cast time walk, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, so Spring Seas is gonna go onto the battlefield and negate that Sunken Ruins, negating that black source. Architect's gonna go in, gonna go down to 12, 11, sorry.
That's a 3.
So far, Mel isn't in a lot of trouble yet. But Violet
Upkeep
out.
violent. Wait.
Yeah, this is
Let's see.
definitely
Oh,
an
it goes through. Amazing.
Let it resolve.
he has the
And
veto.
there's a Dovin's veto. That's a bummer.
He has a veto. He's such an ass.
But he has to reveal his cards. Yep, there's that force of negation left.
He can choose not to. He can choose not to cast it since Kevin showed that he can choose not to cast it. Right?
He has to.
No. You can choose not to.
No, but what I mean is, he kind of has to force the Dovin's veto. Otherwise, it's just gonna sit in his hand, and then
Oh yeah, true as well.
and that might negate the Brazen Borrower in case he has the fairy on the field already.
Yeah.
So he has to make Kevin spend all these resources.
Well, yeah, at least there's another counter spell out of his hand, but it could have been funny because Mel can choose not to cast it. Oh,
Wow, a very expensive,
whoa,
charismatic ending right
Prismatic
there, ladies and
ending.
gentlemen. Wow.
Wow. Kevin is looking very comfortable with so many lands, but I don't think he has a lot of action knowing he has 2 more cards in hand.
He just needs a Teferi or an Omnath to resolve. Recluse gonna get cycled, so he's gonna search a forest or plains. I think that's how the card works.
Okay. But if he has if he has like Shardless Agent here, it's gonna be huge.
So I think he's gonna search an Overgrown too.
Okay.
By the way, guys, this is game number 2 of our grand finals for the Invitational. Kevin on the left corner running 4-color Blink. Mel running Living End on the right corner. And Mel is struggling to close out game number 2 because Kevin has a lot of answers. And the Time War is already sitting in the graveyard, just waiting for it to get recurred by the Eternal Witness. He also just needs to top deck an Eternal Witness and just slam the fairy.
Right.
Because if he slams both of them, then I could just bounce Eternal Witness and bring back Time Warp.
He has it. Oh, sheesh.
Oh, nice! Shardless Agent.
He had it.
Gonna resolve. And he's tapped out, so... Oh, that was a miss right there. Force of negation. Again. This is very crucial information for Kevin. knowing that the force of negation
It's
gets
at the
revealed,
bottom.
because he knows that's the third copy and that's the only copy left for Mel. So right now he doesn't have any interaction uh, on his turn. So when he untaps, he can basically cast any spells without worrying anything. Because I believe subtlety is in the sideboard. Uh, so his out here, and wait a minute. Are
Oh
you
no.
serious?
Oh
You don't
no.
know the living ends? No way. No way.
Bonoan.
No way!
Whoa!
He doesn't have that.
Whoa!
What? He failed.
So what?
That means they're in his
He's
hand.
out already?
It's in his hand. Oh,
Oh
did he
gosh,
count
it's
it
in his
wrong?
hand.
He already has two in the graveyard. That means he has one in his hand. I'm guessing he has three only.
He only has 3?
Let me check. Let me check.
So painful. Ah,
And he only has three. He only has three. Oh my god. That means the other one's in his hand.
ah.
And he can't cast it yet. Oh lord.
How much to call that suspend?
Why?
5?
I'm not sure.
Oh, that's painful, Jers. That's so painful.
Four. But he needs
4,
double
okay.
black.
He's on
It's
1
two
black.
generic, two black.
Ah,
And the solid should just hard cast
and
it.
he just hard casts it.
Gonna bring him up to
Louise.
14. And Kevin has someone's chatting him. Hey,
Ah,
better hurry up.
sakit naman po.
Oh Lord, no, Kevin. Very unfortunate for Mel. I don't know how he's gonna get away with this now. He doesn't have his combo. That was his opening. And now he's gonna hard cast
He's gonna
Safety
hard
Raider.
cast it. That's all he can
And
do.
Kevin is just chilling right now. This is very bad. This is good for Kevin, by the way. If you're a fan of Kevin. Like, gonna fetch and shock with the Misty Rainforest. Gonna look for probably a Steam Vent. Okay, Temple Garden. I was wrong. I hate myself.
I feel so bad for Mel right now. Gosh darn it.
Press F in the chat if you're a fan of Mr. Mel.
To our 19 viewers tonight, thank you guys very much for staying with us this lovely Sunday evening. Thank you guys for all the love and support. You guys are great. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys.
Yorian going into the hand. Coach Rap! Welcome to the stream.
Hello,
Good
hello.
evening. Coach Raphael. He was also catching up some games in the Modern League. Because I believe he was on vacation. With his family.
He just pitches the living.
Yeah, I told you, it was already in his hand. And there's no way he's gonna hard cast it. Because there's like 3 turns. No, 3 turns before it resolves. Okay, so
Ephemerate? Looks like ephemerate. I see ephemerate there.
gonna reveal Ren and 6 and Prismatic Ending. Takes out the Ren, obviously. Doesn't want that resolving. No, the FM rate I believe is already,
Yeah, it has been cast.
yeah, it has a rebound.
Hard cast the street wraith. Jeez.
Yep.
And get rid of the
Hardcast street
street.
rate, but it's gonna get exiled. And Spreading Seas gonna give him a card. This is looking very painful, ladies and gentlemen. For Living End
Yep.
player. I believe this is also the same deck list. No, not the same deck list, but the same deck that Canister ran in the MOCS. It is basically the Magic Online Championship Showcase, where these players are qualified for a specific event in Magic Online. And yeah, Canister ran the four color control deck. I believe he's gravitated towards that deck because it's the most stable out of all the top decks.
Yeah.
I think someone ran Living End as well, but he didn't make it. Like out of the 8 players, I think the player that won was Grixis that Shadow.
Hard cast force.
Mm-hmm,
Damn.
Yeah, he's gonna
There
scoop
you
it
go.
up.
Okay,
Oh
pass it
my
up.
god! And Kevin once again, like players to come out for the Pokemon TCG. Because
Went all the way to 5. No more to 5. Jeez.
he really needs the interaction for Teferi, otherwise he's
Yep.
just gonna get blown up. It's rough. It's really rough. And a multi-5, my god. This is not looking good. Doesn't even have a cycle
Not
on turn
looking
1. Such a bummer. Right. Kevin gonna fetch, go down to 19
Right.
to reveal a Triome. Let's try to switch up the name. So,
I hope that New Capena gives us the other side of the other cycle of the Triumph lands. I really do.
that would be really sick.
Yeah.
And they would be hella expensive as the
They would
as the
be
Triumph as the shock lands.
the wedges, right? Yeah, it would be the wedges. So Esper, Naya, Jan. Yeah.
Yes, I also need it in my John deck.
Yeah, boy. Kevin and his blink. Jeez.
Alright, goes down to 18, fetches another Windswept Heat into
We
Temple
are
Garden
both
for
tracking
a
live with Kevin's phone there and in the comment section. If you guys are interested.
He's taking his time here, searching for a land.
You shot
Wow! Snow-covered forest, which means he probably has access to Ice Fang or
Ice
Abundant
Fang.
Rain.
Goddamn Ice Fang.
Yeah, not looking good here for Mel though.
Oh,
Alright,
gosh. What is this? What is banana? Wow.
Spreading Seas.
Where is that
So
going?
this is very crucial for
It's going to take
Mel.
out the red source or the green source?
Yeah, because if it takes out
The green
the red, that denies him from playing Ricochet Trap and Violent Outburst. If it's green, takes out the
Shardless.
Shardless Agents
Yeah.
and Endurance by hard casting it. They're just playing lands and passing the turn. This is the classic blue mirror matchup where you just pass and not do anything. Kevin is like more comfortable in tapping out
Yep, yep.
because it's very easy for him to negate all of Mel's advances with. So let's say he can resolve the living end, but Kevin has access to Supreme Verdict, Solitude, Ephemerate, Fury, Ephemerate. Like there's a lot of ways to answer the board. And so far, Mel has been very unlucky with uh, not being able to get a Sidewinder, the River Winder to stick because I think that's like the only hex proof
Yeah.
in the deck. That's a Petria Triumph. Goes down to 17. Plays a snow covered island. Almost a forest right there. And he's just sitting comfortably playing land and go because he knows that the fact that Mel isn't even cycling his land, his creatures means that he doesn't have anything right now. And there's no
Mm-hmm.
reason for him to play, what do I call this? There's no reason for him to play the combo right away because he has nothing on the
Right.
board or in the graveyard.
It's very, very, what you call this, very disturbing to see it's turn 4 and there are no cycle features yet in the graveyard. It's very, very disturbing. He didn't opt to get green mana. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It might mean that he wants to hard cast his black spells in his hand rather than go for the having access to green mana.
Maybe it's because he only has one. He only has access to one breeding pool.
Oh, subtlety.
Okay, subtlety, which means he's trying to put in some pressure right now because this is already turn 4.
It should be more than turn 4 because I believe Kevin had more lands than
Yeah.
Mel and
Oh
Mel
my
is
god, an endurance.
Oh! Oh!
Yep, I'ma just deal with your flyer
Oh!
because this one's a 3-4 reach.
Oh!
Woo!
God, the pain.
Why did it have to have 4 toughness? And he's gonna hardcast Curator right now.
Mel is crying, ladies and gentlemen. Mel is crying his best here.
Uh,
Damn.
Not looking good for the living end player here, folks.
Yep, yep.
Kevin, on the other hand, is just chilling. He even gets to keep his endurance, which is an extra
Is
blocker.
endurance a May ability?
Yeah. Not May, but like up to. He can target up to.
Up to, okay, so
Yeah.
because I believe he was supposed to shuffle. He might have wanted to shuffle that.
It's an option. It's an option. It's
That
not
thing in, but I think he can-
mandatory.
Yeah, yeah. If it says up to, then fine.
And it could be any player. He could even target himself.
Yep, yep, yep. Yep. What's this? Omniath,
Nah,
Locus of
looking good to
Locus.
hear for Kevin.
Mystical dispute. Mystical dispute. Dispute the mystical. Mystical dispute.
He has
Let's
access
go.
to blue.
There we go. Is he going to respect this? No, he won't. Okay.
Yeah, no Veil of Summer because he's already tapped out from his green source.
Okay.
Plays a land. Passes a turn.
Right. Mel is
Man.
behind, but he's putting up a fight. I
Yeah.
like it.
But compared to their games with Starry, I think Kevin is doing a like hell of a job in
Yeah.
playing this matchup. Aside from the fact that he designed his deck to beat Mel
To beat Mel in particular.
specifically,
So much hate. So much
Uh,
hate.
this is this is why you do your research.
Yeah, but
It pays off. You wanna specifically hate the deck. Yeah, you put the right cards. Right, he's gonna cut the deck. Should be his turn. He's gonna cycle. Ooh, well, sneak peek there. Shardless Agent and Mouse Hand. Curator going in. Playing Shardless Agent would be very awkward because then Omnath would be on the field. But I guess
Nothing
gonna...
for
Okay,
oh,
hard gas grief. That's pretty good. There's a Time Warp, Cluster Storm, Solitude, and Ephemerate.
oh,
Sorry.
such a stacked hand.
Oh,
Oh my
the
goodness.
Eternal Witness!
It's so stacked, Jers. It's so stacked. Oh, he
Takes
got
out
the
the
Fluster
Cluster
Storm.
Storm.
Okay.
Yeah. Ash
I
my
don't
joint.
like that. I don't like that at
Ash my
all.
joint. Kevin's down to 9, but he's sitting comfortably with all of his cards.
He has three 2/3 of his combo, and he's just casting Eternal Witnesses here just for. He just brings back the Cluster Storm because he can. I feel so sad for Sir Mel.
Okay, casting Eternal Witness. Probably gonna bring back the Fluster Storm. So that grief
Yeah, he
did not do
can.
anything.
He brought back the Cluster Storm, yeah.
Alright. Going for the beatdown, Smell. And flashes in a Solitude, and that's going to be an Ephemerate play as well.
Why does that have flash? Jeez Louise, why does that have flash?
Yep. And he's going to put the trigger on the stack for the Evoke.
And Ephemerate?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
That's going to take care of the Grief. Flooded Strand going to get cracked into a snow-covered plains. Oh, God. This is definitely looking like a sweep, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Evan.
Embarrassment of riches. Jeez Louise.
Yep. Ephemerates. Gonna
Because
exile.
why not, right?
Rebound. Gonna exile Grief. Puts him up 23.
Because why not?
I don't know. What do you think about this match so far, Carl? Like, is there any other way Mel can get out of this?
Living end? I think this is a good living end time. This is a great time to living end. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not forget about that.
This is
Let's
a great
also
time
not
to
forget
live in.
about the Fluster Storm in Kevin's hand.
Yeah.
That was brought back. And this is basically the third spell. Then Living End becomes the fourth spell. Yeah, he's already counting how many spells.
He
because he's gonna-
casted
So
1,
it's-
2, 3,
Fluster
4,
Storm becomes the
5.
fifth.
5 has to pay 5.
Yeah. It's countered.
Jeez.
And it's gonna be Kevin's turn.
Ugh.
And he has 3 creatures on the board, and he's gonna flicker the Eternal Witness, I believe, bringing back
the
Ephemerate, Time Warp, and there's already the combo assembled, and that is gonna be game! Wow! Congratulations to Kevin Villanueva,
Yeah.
our grand champion for TD Invitational. Damn, what a performance! What? Oh my lord, Kevin. But anyways, congratulations. Let me just try to bring him.
Bring them in for interview.
Bring him in.